Hi everyone, welcome back. I've got another Shop My Stash video today. Now, the way I usually set up my Shop My Stash videos is that I will talk through the previous makeup items I've been working on. I'll show you guys some pictures of the looks I've created with those items, and then I will take you to my makeup collection and pick out some new items to be working on. But this time round, I had another allergic reaction. It happened end of October. So because I do my Shop My Stash for 3 weeks, that allergic reaction coincided with the start of the last Shop My Stash. So for about a week or two, I didn't use any of my Shop My Stash items or any of my other makeup, my Project Pan items, just because I wanted to let my skin sort of heal and recover before I start wearing makeup again. But for the past week, I have been using some of my Shop My Stash items, so I have worn them a little bit, but I forgot to take pictures, so I actually don't have any pictures to show you guys in today's video, which is really silly, I know, but I will try my best this time around to remember to take lots of pictures to show you in the next update. But let's just talk through the products that I chose anyway. Now, I didn't choose many, I have them out here in front of me. I didn't choose many, and that's because I have quite a few Project Pan items that I really want to focus on finishing up by the end of the year. So because of that, I didn't actually add too many products into the Shop My Stash because I didn't want my focus to be taken away from the Project Pan items. And to be honest, I think the same will happen with this selection as well. I don't think I'm going to be choosing loads of products. But let's go through them anyway. So I did choose 2 bronzers, and I have 2 bronzers in my collection, and they're both by Fenty. I have a cream one here and a powder one here. Very, very nice products, and I liked layering them. But I didn't use the cream one that often, and that's because I have a brown lipstick in my Project Pan that I have been trying to use as like a contour or cream bronzer shade, and it works fairly well. So because of that, I didn't really end up using the cream one that often, but I did also use the powder one over the top. So I kind of like set the cream lipstick slash bronzer with the powder one, but I'm not really that annoyed that I didn't end up using either of these two, in particular the cream bronzer, that often over the past 3 weeks, because I know that I really like these products. They're really lovely. They're fairly new to my collection, but I just wanted to kind of get them into rotation again and get them used again. Next product I used was this Laura Geller Sunday Fun Day little lookbook, which has 4 eyeshadows, a blusher and a highlighter in there. These are very autumnal colours in my mind, all these sort of like warm rich browns, terracottas, apricot kind of shades. Really, really lovely palette this is. The only critique I have is that with the shimmer shades, so with this one here and this one here, they're not that intense. They're a real soft shimmer. So I like my shimmers to be a little bit more intense than what these can provide. So I did have to wear these over the top of my NYX glitter primer to really kind of get that impact. I mean, the shades are beautiful. They blended really beautifully together and it looked like a really nice soft look. But if you're after a real sort of like intense shimmery look, then possibly Laura Geller isn't for you. I think Laura Geller is much more of that, like I say, that softer, more kind of like everyday wearable shimmer shades. And then the other shades as well, this one was a really nice crease shade, this one was nice to darken up the outer corner or just as a liner. So I did like kind of wearing all of these 4 together and playing about with the different ways that I could wear these eyeshadows. And they worked really nicely as well with my Soph palette that's in my current 1 month one palette. And then the blusher is a really lovely shade. So I have in my Project Pan Milani Luminoso, but sometimes that is a little bit too luminous for me. It's a little bit too shimmery, I guess. So sometimes I want a pure matte blusher in a similar shade. So it has been nice to wear this one as well and sort of like alternate between the two. And then this highlighter as well, really lovely sort of like apricot warm orangey highlighter. I thought it might be a bit too dark for my skin tone. It's not, it does work really well and it works quite nicely as an eyeshadow as well. So all in all, really, really pretty palette. Really liked using this over the last sort of, well, actually week. I was going to say few weeks, but realistically it's been a week. Really liked playing with these shades, my kind of shades. And with this palette, I did actually wear this in my previous video, so I will link that video so you can see how it looks on the eyes. And then I did include 3 eyeliners, but I don't suppose any of you are going to be shocked to learn that I didn't wear Power Surge at all. Really need to start wearing this eyeliner. I really, really like it, and I wore it in my makeup I regret buying video, or do I still regret buying it? I'm not sure. I'll find it and I'll link it. but I really, really like it. It would go quite nicely with what I have on today, actually, which is also in my Soph palette. It's a real grungy sort of like smoky bronze type of colour, really, really pretty, but I just didn't reach for it. I wore the Peaches and Cream Dynasty eyeliner, this sort of coppery orange shade. Wore that a couple times, and that also worked quite nicely with the Urban Decay Naked Heat. That was my previous 1 month 1 palette, eyeshadow palette. And again, only a couple times I wore Papyrus, which is the nude shade in my waterline. But I just need to get my act together when it comes to eyeliners, actually wear them. I don't know why I'm so bad at wearing eyeliners. I just don't think to wear them. She says, wearing eyeliner today. And then for lips, I wore my Vive Lipdew Lip Oil. No problems wearing this at all. This is such a versatile shade. You can wear it over the top of lipstick or lip liner. You can wear it alone. You can wear it with a full face of makeup like today. Although I don't have it on, I just have a little bit of Vaseline over the top of a lip liner. But you can also wear it on no makeup days as well. So this product isn't a problem me wearing. I always wear this fairly sort of often. So like I say, unfortunately, no pictures to show you guys as to how all this makeup looked. So really, really sorry about that. But like I say, I will try my hardest for the next 3 weeks. So I'm now going to pick out some items to be focusing on for the next few weeks. But because I have, like I say, a few Project Pan items that I'm very close to using, I'm not going to be including many items to be focusing on. And as well, because I have my 1 month 1 palette, eyeshadow palette, I'm not sure if I'll be adding in any other eyeshadow palettes either. So I won't take you to my makeup collection. I won't go through all of it and sort of decide what I want. I'm just going to pick out a few things and then show you what I have decided. Okay, so I've picked out a few things then. I'm not going to include a foundation or a concealer because I'm very close to using up the two that are in my Project Pan. I'm also not going to include a blusher. I only have one single compact blusher, and that's also in my Project Pan. But I am going to include a bronzer, and I'm going to stick with the powder bronzer, my Fenty powder bronzer, which is in the shade Shady Biz. And I can layer this over the brown lipstick that I'm using as like a cream contour / bronzer. I'm also going to include my mini Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. I do have a liquid highlighter in my Project Pan, but again, I can layer with this one, so I can use my liquid one in my Project Pan, powder, and then go over the top with this Becca powder one here as well. I'm also going to include my under eye corrector by Bobbi Brown. This is in the shade Light Peach. This is just really nice to cancel out my dark circles, or help cancel them out. It doesn't get rid of them completely. And I've noticed at the moment I've been reaching for this product a little bit more, so it just made sense to include this in a Shop My Stash. I'm not going to include any eyeshadows, and that's because I'm still working on my MAC blank type, and also I have my Soph Revolution palette in my 1 month 1 palette, and that is quite a big eyeshadow palette, so I don't want to be adding any more into rotation. But I am going to challenge myself, and I am going to include 4 eyeliners. So they are these ones here. So we have Papyrus, which is that nude shade. We've also got Dynasty, which is that sort of burnt copper orangey shade. And those are what they look like here on my hand. And I did include these in my previous rotation, so I'm just going to keep them in my current rotation. Same thing with Power Surge. I'm going to keep that one in rotation as well. And this is what it looks like. Quite a drier formulation compared to Peaches and Cream, but it's a really unique colour. Like I say, it's like that smoky bronze khaki kind of colour, so I'm going to try and push myself to wear this a few times over the next few weeks. And then I've got my black liquid liner by KVD. Quite kind of handy to have a black liquid liner so I can just add a dramatic flick with any looks I create with that Soph palette. And then with the lips, I'm going to stick with Vieve Lip Dew. Like I say, this is just a really handy product to apply for any sort of makeup look or on makeup free days. And also because I have a dark brown lipstick in my Project Pan, and I am going to go for a bold lipstick, which I will show you in a minute, I think it will be nice to have a nude option here. So the bold lipstick option I've gone for is Clinique Entwined, and I actually forgot to include this in my previous rotation. So this is like my autumnal berry vampy lipstick. So I really want to be working on this over the next sort of like month or two. I feel like it just really sort of like suits the feel of like autumn, having a nice dark berry lipstick. And that is how it looks. So yeah, quite a vampy shade. Really kind of stepping out of my comfort zone with a shade like this. But like I say, I feel like now is the time in autumn where you can really kind of get away with wearing a shade like this. I mean, you can wear this shade all year round, but for me personally, I like to kind of keep my makeup fairly seasonal. And then I'm going to pair it with my Clinique Figgy lip liner, which I bought to go with it because I do find that the Clinique lipstick is quite messy to apply. So I did break my no-buy a month or two ago and I bought this lip liner, and it does make applying the lipstick so much easier now. And then that is what the lip liner looks like. So those are the makeup items that I'm going to focus on for the next few weeks, and I will try my best to take pictures for you guys so I can show you in the next update. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe as well if you haven't already. That would be lovely to have you here. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.